Imagine scrolling through Airbnb and finding not a house or a castle, but an entire country for rent. I am not joking. Back in 2010, the tiny European nation of Liechtenstein was actually available for just $70,000 a night. Yes, you could literally rent a country. But here's the twist: nobody did. Let's dive into the bizarre story of the country that you can rent, but no one rented. Before we get into why no one rented it, let's talk about this fascinating little country. Liechtenstein is one of the smallest nations in the world, just 25 kilometers long, sandwiched between Switzerland and Austria. It's so tiny that you can drive across it in under 30 minutes. But don't let its size fool you. It's also one of the richest countries on Earth, with stunning alpine landscapes, fairy tale castles, and a banking sector that's, well, let's just say very private. The capital, Vaduz, looks like something out of a postcard, and the whole country has a population of just around 40,000 people. It's also a country with some interesting things, like having no airport, relying instead on Switzerland's. Liechtenstein is one of the few countries in the world with absolutely no national debt. Its economy is so strong that it doesn't need to borrow money. And it's one of the few countries where the prince still has real political power. Liechtenstein is basically the perfect mix of wealth, charm, and old-world European style, and few other things. In 2010, a marketing company in partnership with Liechtenstein's tourism board came up with a crazy idea. What if you could rent the entire country for a day? They listed it on Airbnb. Yes, Airbnb, for around $70,000 per night. What would you get for that price? A guided tour by the mayor, customized street signs with your name, temporary currency with your face on it, access to castles, and accommodation for about 150 of your closest friends. You'd even get a ceremonial key to the country. Basically, it was the ultimate VIP experience. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, not really, because even though it was technically for rent, you weren't renting out the people or shutting down the country. Locals would still go about their lives, and you couldn't exactly block off roads or hold wild parties wherever you wanted. It was mostly symbolic. And let's be real, if you're a billionaire, why rent a tiny landlocked country when you could have a private island with beaches and complete privacy? For that price, $70,000, you could rent Richard Branson's Necker Island in the Caribbean. And that comes with private chefs, pools, and 100 staff members at your service. Not surprisingly, not a single person ever booked Liechtenstein. By 2011, the offer was quietly dropped. Liechtenstein went back to being a charming, quiet country, and the whole rent-a-nation experiment became a footnote in tourism history. Today, you can still rent castles or villages there for private events, but the whole country rental is long gone. So, next time you're browsing Airbnb, don't expect to find a country on the list. But for a brief moment, you really could have been the temporary king of Liechtenstein. And that's the kind of story that makes this tiny European nation even more fascinating.